Well, those are two vastly different questions. Those two guys did what, they showed up and showed what type of character they have, and I don't think there was any doubt in either one of their minds that if it was possible for them to be in the lineup, they were going to be in the lineup, and they did that. And on the other note, 4-2 lead. The things that came back to get us, are what cost us, on the third and fourth goal, and there's extenuating circumstances, I think, on the fifth. But they're a good team, and if you make mistakes, if you give them the puck back too easily, they can make you pay quickly, and and they did that to tie the game up at the end of the second period.
Coach, tough way to end the season this year. A lot of good things did happen. Would you deem it a success?
Well, I hate that question at this time of year, and I know it's always coming. It's an honest question. It's a good question. No, we came into this playoff series and into today, very confident that we could not only take this game or this series to a 7-game series, but also win the series. We didn't do that, so we came up short. There's one season that ultimately is successful, and obviously we didn't accomplish that this year. But there are a lot of real positives, that we're going to be able to go back and evaluate, and most of them will be surrounded around the growth of our team, and that's not just the young guys. Certainly, they're a big part of it. But in terms of our team, and we ended up with 98 points in the regular season. That didn't come easy for this group. That took extremely good leadership in the dressing room to push us through some tough spots. It took a lot of young guys growing throughout the year to be able to put together the stretch run that we did have to push to that number of points and to get into the playoffs. So there's going to be a lot of good and a lot of things that we'll say are, hey, these are good steps for our team. End of the day, we didn't come into this playoff series to make steps, so we came in to win the series.
Thanks, Drew.
Dave, right up front here.
Yeah.
Once you find out that Sean has that torn ligament, told us that, how does the decision to allow him to play work? Is that his call? Is there a sit down with him and you, and the doctors, Hexie? How does it all kind of play out?
That's a medical decision. I'd stay out of those. My job is to evaluate at the end of the day how players, regardless of their situation, how players can help us. And those are medical decisions that are made, and our medical people are the best that there is. So there's kind of two different stages to that decision. As you saw with Coots today, and in Game 5, I mean, there's a real mental toughness there in terms of being able to focus on the job at hand. Maybe you have, I think you have to change the way he went about his job a little bit, but he found a way to do the same job, and that speaks, for me, that speaks a lot to physical toughness, but that really speaks, for me, more to, the mental ability and mental presence to be able to go out and do a job, even if you have to alter the way you're doing it. And, there was no question in his mind that if he was able to go, he was going.
Dave, with Proby obviously limited, did you strongly consider dressing 7 defensemen and maybe adding Travis Sanheim and going with one less forward?
That's something that we talked about. But we also, obviously, have, different situations up front. So, you got to consider both ways. It was a consideration. We decided not to do it at the end of the day.
What was the deciding factor?
Well, just what I said. There's other considerations that you have to make with the group of 12 forwards as well. It's not just, are we nicked up on the back end? We're also nicked up a little bit up front. So you got to try to balance the two. And we decided, like I said, to go with the 6 and the 12.